One by
Yep, I am now recording.
great online.
Nobody.
How many should we have? 12?
We do. I'm gonna shut off that light.
Well, no, I think that's things, yeah.
I don't think he's here. He's gonna need a chair. Grab some food before you sit down. Where did you find this food? Where is it?
Look at that high quality meals that we're being offered. Very well round life. What do I start with?
Okay.
Let's start with the chocolate chip cookies over here. Yeah, really.
Okay, Lana just popped in.
Sorry, bye.
All right, so this is the county money that they gave us for NNO.
So we've had a deposit.
That is a deposit. And then this is what we spent for National Night Out. It's a little tricky here.
Oh, good. I was gonna bring this up.
Yeah.
So this is what I originally spent on NNO, but then I overbought, and this is the refund that they gave us back. So I need a check for that minus the other one, or the big one minus the little one.
So it was $531, so I need to write a check for less than that, $134 less.
Yes.
Are there any kids left?
Yes. How many you want?
Oh, one.
Anybody else?
You can eat two at once.
This meeting is an hour long.
And they're cold.
Oh, thanks, sir.
Anybody else?
Yes, please.
I'll take one too.
That's 3.
Wait until it sits down again.
Thank you. Hi, Lana.
Did you say you wanted one?
Lana, this is all the leftover food from National Night Out that we're eating.
Oh, what do you have? Chips, drinks, cookies, what else?
Tons of beef
Flatbread.
chips, beef jerky, cookies, and ice cream, and a lot of what did I
Jerky.
No, the drink that I said.
Poppy.
No, not that one, the other one. Capri Sun.
Oh.
If you like Capri
Oh,
Sun, please come by and grab some. I don't know what to do with them. I gave Sinjin a 40-pack. We thought we'd have a lot of kids and that they'd probably drink 2, right? So figure, okay, 20 or 30, so maybe get 50. Well, they come in 40 packs. I bought 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, now we had more than 3. Yeah. But none of them liked it. They didn't want to drink it. So, okay. And then,
oh yeah. The kids they like boba nowadays, I think.
We go boba that.
all right. So first thing on the agenda is approval of July minutes. I hope everyone got it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm confusing things.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Kevin?
Okay.
All right. And first and second. Any all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? No opposed. Okay. Next, finance report, Linda.
Okay, business checking, $2,306.53. Business savings, $2,015.11. First CD is $2,118.47. Second CD, $2,113.55. And the third one is $2,121.20.
All right. Anybody have any questions on that? And so I had deposited $400 from the county. They gave us money for that, but I spent it the next day. So it's going to go in and out. All right. Oh, Rita's here. That's it. You guys have to let me know if it comes up. Next on the agenda, the general meeting. What did everyone think? That went. Were you there?
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was a little, not less people than I expected. I thought it would be a lot more than our normal summer count.
Yeah,
I thought it was, I didn't think it was as many as we've had before.
that's what you were just saying.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Valley Fair showed up.
I know.
Good thing I was sitting down, you know?
I know. I didn't have it on there because she, at the last minute, she said, "Hey, okay, I'll be there." I'm like, "Holy cow!"
I think
Yeah.
she did really well.
Yeah.
Mhm. Does she have feedback, Art?
Nobody talked to me about it.
No, does she have feedback, based on her past experience at our meetings? Does she have any feedback for you directly afterwards?
You know what? I thanked her, but what I'll do is I'll just ask how she felt and stuff.
Yeah.
So let me write that down.
Because I know one lady had a question that was probably 10 minutes long.
Oh
So-
yeah, near the end.
Oh,
Oh
my God.
gosh.
I think she did so well at handling that question too.
Yeah.
She was giving us tons of good information, and it's clear that she's actually trying to help.
Yeah.
Which I think was really good. And I went and chased after her when she left, just to thank her for like the stuff that
Oh, that's great.
how it's progressed and how she like
Yeah,
talking to us about it. So.
yeah.
Mhm. I thought your speech, Art, to introduce the concerned citizen, I thought that was great. Your tone, your delivery, and it helped that one of the speakers gave an update on the project so that you could just go straight to showing the appreciation for, what's her name? Lindy?
Lindy. Yeah.
Lindy and her group. So great job on the speech.
Ah, thank you. I threw in that joke in the middle because I was kind of memorizing it. And I said, right here, I should be pissed off at her for getting more people than me.
It's good.
So, thank you.
Um, I do have to admit you did share a little too much information about Michael Mulcahy, but
Oh, I tried to keep that
no,
nondescript, but it
no,
didn't
you're
work.
great. It's fine.
All right.
I feel like their staff was over prepared and underwhelming.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And the other thing that kind of ticked me off is after they were done and Susan went up, they were behind me and all three of them were talking really loud. And I kept looking at it, giving them the look, hey, is the meeting going on? And then right next to them was like Scott and Sue and the guy from Core, but he didn't want to speak. And they're looking at me going, "What are you going to do? What are you going to do?" And finally I turned and said, "Hey, you got to move out. You got to go over there." Because, Susan gave us money and stuff. I didn't want her to be interrupted.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
and I thought Susan actually did pretty well. She's not reading from her book. She's a lot better.
Better.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What did everyone think about the food? Oh.
Hand raised.
Lana, go ahead.
Oh, two areas for improvement. I thought it went way over, and the last speakers, I mean, it was kind of sad that people were walking out because it was already, 8:30. I think we need to maybe in future reconsider the number of speakers or really keep track of time because we went way over. And then the second area is that the master gardener set up a table, but nobody knew they were there until it was announced much later. It would have been an opportunity in the beginning before the meeting started, to let people know, okay, there are 3 tables out. Please, before the meeting start, you can, go to those tables. I just don't know if that was the best use of their time to set up the tables, because during the meeting, there was just no opportunity for neighbors and the kids to go to the table. And they had 2 people there.
Yeah, I screwed up on that. When I was writing down my notes, I forgot to put down the tables. I started everything. I don't know what was delaying me, but we even started late. We started at like 6:33 or so, 35 or something like that. I was late on that. So good points. I thought it went too long too. Yeah.
We also did have a surprise speaker, so.
And Sue. Yeah.
And I actually really like the water, like
Shiloh?
I aspire to be as passionate about water as she is. Like, or passionate about anything as she is about water. Like, that is just amazing.
Yeah,
That was really good.
I'm glad we got her in office. I mean, I bet I saw her competitor and I was like, it looks too corporate. So. All right, what do you think about the food?
Pizza was plentiful.
Yeah,
There was plenty of pizza.
yeah. He's usually good.
And,
Scott's,
and it was tasty.
yeah,
It's okay.
Quite a unique thing. I thought it was fun.
yeah.
Taco
I would
pizza.
have preferred Tony and Alba's, but hey, they're closed on Mondays. I didn't know that.
Yeah, taco pizza.
There was a taco pizza. Did you not eat the taco pizza?
I missed it.
It's literally a taco on a pizza. It's really cool.
I like how they were pitching the chicken pesto.
I saw them pitching the chicken.
Nobody was going to it, so they just opened up and went down the line.
Yeah.
Chicken pesto.
I'm sorry, chicken should not be on pizza.
Oh,
Mm.
it is very reasonable along with broccoli.
All right.
So did
California
everybody
pizza
get
chicken
some pizza because
has a really good
you know,
chicken.
kept coming in.
I
Did
think-
everyone get?
Yeah, there was leftover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's good. It was a
That
good.
was really-
Yeah, we sent you home with some.
Yeah, well, right, and I started off with 2 pieces on the plate, but then all these people kept coming in, and I was looking toward the empty boxes, and I think, oh my God, all these people came in and they don't have any pizza, but they had it.
There
Oh,
was
no,
plenty.
there were
was
so
more than
many
enough.
pizzas.
More than enough.
All right.
I
No,
don't remember, it was like 15 or something.
probably. I didn't count. I just pulled them out and said, okay, I got to go.
So I have a question about the neighborhood meeting. Just as an observation, trying to think of how to say this without being.
Just say it.
How do we get more of the younger audience to show up?
That's a darn good question. I don't know.
Because like a lot of the questions that were like the people that were talking and the people that were asking questions, they certainly represent a section of like a good portion of Cory Neighborhood, but we're missing a whole, almost like multiple generations of people at the at both that event and National Night Out.
Yeah.
Live in Cory.
They do. Well, like
I think
Well-
I think it's tough to get time away, like or to dedicate the time.
Yeah,
What age are you talking
that and they don't
They're in
care.
20s, 30s.
I'm talking about people with kids, right? Like
Yeah.
There's a few
Yeah.
of them, quite a few that I see all the time.
Yeah,
I
my
know
kids
exactly
are
what
just
chapter
not
they're in.
interested. They'd only be interested in food.
None, I think like
Yeah.
people in their 30s, 40s, 50s that have
Mhm.
like kids, they are in the neighborhood, they're in here to stay and like, be a part of it, but how will they find time on a Tuesday night or a Monday night to come out? It's a little bit hard. I think
Well-
most people are also like 2 working parents. And
I saw a couple kids, your kid's age, come in.
Mhm.
They walked in, grabbed a couple stuff, and walked right out.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
20-year-olds, I mean, I don't know.
Well, my daughter's 21 and my son's 18. so-
Yeah.
that makes sense, right? Like that's perfectly fine. I think, like I was trying to figure out, is there an opportunity for us to, especially for the outdoor meetings, to have a kids area? Like, is there a way for us to encourage and be like, it's fine to bring your young kids and like, here's a good safe place to play and hang out, right?
Yeah.
Like not to make it like one, like I go put my kids in my mother's house so that we can go there and pay attention,
Right.
right? We're lucky to be able to do that. How do I make it so that I'm comfortable bringing my kids and not worrying about it?
We would have to have somebody there to.
Or some sort of,
Probably it'd be hard to get a minimum critical mass, but maybe like have a teen zone or something like that.
Well,
video
teens.
games only, right?
Yeah, where the teens could like hang out and chat with themselves. And they wouldn't require supervision.
And,
I think that was the idea behind the Master Gardeners. They had set up seeds and little pots that kids can use to
Yeah.
plant their own seed. Was the idea behind having trying to get more kids to come this year, but we didn't advertise it on our flyer either.
I mean, that's a really good point. I mean, even just having basic activities for kids, even like a dedicated table with a bunch of like coloring pages. Like yesterday, you brought little games and stuff to play. Like basic stuff like that might be also, and putting it on the flyer might be interesting.
Would you fit it in my?
We've got that whole back area there. It's
Well,
completely-
And there is.
But for the other meetings, though, where would we fit it? 'Cause the other meetings get really packed.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's that's 6 months out of the year. I don't worry about that.
Okay.
You know, it's a like, how do we have to find a balance for that?
All right, so let's focus. In July, we're gonna make kid-friendly meetings for our
Yeah.
July.
Well, our next one is what, October?
October. I mean, I'll be in costume.
Obviously.
Hopefully somebody else will be in costume.
What are you gonna be?
If we
Oh,
want
I'm
to,
not telling.
if we want to have young kids like your age, maybe we should have
Only
like
big phone hit.
trick or treating in the
Last
parking
one
lot
here.
kind of thing where you go, trunk to trunk or something like that, or around the room. You have little
Trunk or
stations.
treat? Yeah.
But make sure that it's kid safe, whatever.
Yeah,
blue pumpkin or green pumpkin, whatever it is.
Teal pumpkin, yeah, you
Teal
got it.
pumpkin.
Nice.
All right, Lana, go.
Is there an opportunity to use some space outside for kids' activities in October? Like a table? I don't know if it's too cold, if there's enough lighting, but maybe
Yeah, I got the
something
bubbles,
Halloween
baby.
themed.
As long as somebody volunteers to watch, it can't be me.
I mean, we do have a K through 8 teacher somewhere related to this group here.
Like she wants to do
They're
that.
totally not gonna get that.
If we can figure out, I mean, I have no problem setting up because the hallway has lights outside, so it'll be lit. We can put tables out there.
What about the lawn? Is there enough street lighting?
Well, no, I don't
I
want to do
wouldn't
the
put- I
lawn.
wouldn't- no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, probably
I
right
wanna-
next to the building.
Yeah, we want it next to the
Don't want
doors.
free reign.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and if we can, like, we can always, if we really wanted to, can we put a TV out there that's doing the live stream?
Do we really want them watching screens?
No, it's for the adults.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, they-
That I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Look, I think maybe something for October, like the idea of some sort of trick or treat kind of thing, like show, bring your kids in costumes. We'll do a little trick or treating or something like that.
All right.
Could be really interesting.
Mhm.
Um,
Or we could buy like a bunch of those small pumpkins and they can even decorate it and put stickers or something
yeah, I like that. Yeah.
easy.
Do pumpkin carving.
Yeah. I mean, I may be able to man that table in October.
If you want.
Last Halloween, I did not get one trick or treater, and I had my lights on and everything.
Oh,
One came to the house.
They don't.
I think they were over at the mall.
Well,
They
I
did
didn't-
trick or treating at the mall.
my neighbors on Tulip, she said they had like 100 kids.
wow.
Yeah.
I think it depends on where you are.
Beechwood didn't have any, but they must have,
But a lot of families have parties. And,
or
you
they
know,
can go to the mall, see, they can go to the mall.
Well, no, the neighbors down here, the right across the street from each other, they go bananas. And
Uh,
they have smoke machines
They don't
and
even come down this way. It's not possible to even get in here. It's just overwhelming.
yeah, you'd have to walk from your house.
It's super.
Put them in the
Yeah.
little wheelbarrow thing, not wheelbarrow, wagon.
Put me down as trying to figure out how to plan something for October. I think that could be at least a set of like kids activities outside, and we can. Let me see if I can do something about that.
All right, I got you.
Um,
Anyone will be on the Sinjin team for planning?
Sure.
All right.
I don't know how helpful I'll be, isn't it? But
That's all right.
And welcome. I'm the secretary, so I'm taking notes. May I get your name for our guest?
Sure. Bob. Last name's Cass, Kass. And I live at 2211 Cherrystone.
Oh, thank you.
Bob is
Down
my
the
neighbor.
street. Down the street from St. Ward.
Do I have another person that can volunteer for the Halloween thing too?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you'll.
Um,
Oh, yeah. I have a lot of decorations. Maybe we can bring something.
I mean, couldn't we get things like, like dry ice that in a cauldron, that does that smoky stuff and have stuff on the outside, like activities and coloring,
yeah.
Halloween coloring and
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Where can you get
Bubble,
dry ice
the
these
bubble
days?
machine, that was such a hit.
They have cauldrons that use fog liquid.
Okay, we're
Okay.
kind of jumping to the October general meeting.
Sorry. We can go back.
Let's
So-
talk about National Night Out.
So I'm gonna say a little constructive criticism. I think we should publicize more on the National Night Out. I know it was on the back of the flyer,
Yeah,
but
Oh,
like
yeah.
2 days before, so I think it was like over the weekend. I
yeah.
was like, is it at the school? Is it someplace else? I have it on my calendar,
I
but I
didn't
don't know
even
where it is. And so I looked, so I went through all my emails,
Yeah.
nothing as to
Mhm.
location. I went on the website, nothing.
Well, he put it on
He
there.
did, but he didn't put it there
Great.
till Monday.
I know, yeah.
And so, exactly, so it's like, it finally got on the website, but it
Yeah, I
could have
was
been there.
eager to see
Hopefully,
something on
it would have been
next
nice if it was like a week before.
Yeah.
And not only that, the mayor's office called emails and go, hey, when you get a chance, give me the sign-in sheet and your flyer for National Night Out. I'm like, all right. So I drew one up that night. I sent it to, what do you think of this? Looks good.
Yeah.
What was the turnout?
Yeah, and I think we need to, I looked on Nextdoor. I didn't see anything on Nextdoor either.
Yeah.
So maybe we,
The turnout was about, well, officially it was 42, but there were people that came in late. We're well over 50.
didn't sign. I didn't.
What?
I'm sorry. I was collecting everybody else's signature.
You had the form in front of you. All right. All right. So, anything about, I mean, plenty of food. That was, overdid it on the food. I didn't,
Yeah, kind of.
yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Need more beef. Just kidding.
I agree with you.
Next time.
No.
What? A whole year? No way.
No.
No. I meant next general meeting. I mean, next faculty meeting and next.
Board meeting.
No, because it'll be in my house and I won't be here.
Well, it's some of this stuff will still be good in 2 months.
Just drop it off at.
Still be good.
Just take it on your way out.
I have a note on National Night Out. I think because so many different neighborhoods put something on, I think it might be challenging for all of the fire trucks and all the police cars to go visit every single one. I'm wondering if there should be maybe a opportunity to do a joint event next time, because I think there was one very close by. I think like Agrihood area had another one. So if we're so
Yeah,
close
but
in
that's kind of
proximity.
clear, so that the fire department wouldn't have
Oh.
anything to do with that. But
I mean,
I saw Susan posted some pictures. And I mean, she went to every single one in District 6.
Wow.
It looked like it anyway. There were a whole bunch of pictures. So, and there were fire trucks, and of course, in Willow Glen, and you know, some of the.
Well, Willow Glen, right now we can't compete with them. They had 6 food trucks, a live band.
Jumpy house.
10 years to
Wow.
Yeah.
right? Like think of it this way: we had 50 people show up this time.
Yeah.
Last time we did this, we had
20?
a dozen, maybe 20.
I'll say 20.
Sure. So we easily doubled the number of
Yeah.
people that showed up. Right? Like that's a big deal.
Yeah.
In going from first year to second year, and we have some learnings. Like
And we did
weird-
terrible marketing.
rubbish. Ran into people like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on Facebook and Nextdoor. I didn't see it on there. Yeah, I'm not on either of those either. So I'm sorry. But like, clearly, advertisement's a big thing. How can we do this? Do we need a dedicated flyer? Do we want to post things up on like the power lines? Like,
Yeah.
there's all sorts of different opportunities for us to do better advertisement. What do we want to change about the event? Like, for example, the fire engine. Susan Ellenberg said, yeah, just give us a call next time and we can queue up something for you. Great. Like, that's
Yeah,
easy.
we didn't know that.
We didn't know that. We get to learn.
Yeah. Well, last year,
We
I
just
didn't.
showed up.
They just showed up. I wasn't even. I was expecting the police because I filled out the police form. I didn't think the fire truck would show up.
When we post stuff on our website, can that be put on Facebook?
I don't know.
Or we share it to
I don't know if
Facebook, because
does.
that would be helpful
Well,
too.
probably, but yeah, I'll have to look into that.
You know, 'cause
The
we could-
Facebook page isn't owned by us.
no. I mean, if I wanted to share,
Oh, okay, yeah,
you know, the thing about, you know, the general meeting,
yeah.
I could have put it out there, you know, not that I have a whole bunch of people that
Yeah.
live in the neighborhood.
I
but-
should have done Nextdoor. I'm on Nextdoor all the time. I totally.
Let me at least investigate if there's a way to tie the website to either of those platforms, because then it's just everything we post can go there, which would be great. And then then who cares?
Who owns the Facebook page?
That is,
The fears.
yeah, the Fears.
Can we go get it from them?
Nope,
The
they
Fears.
will not give it to
I don't know
us.
who that is.
They're Jonathan and she had a
yeah.
Baya, yeah.
Oh, is that the last name?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, the Fears. Fears is the last name,
They
and
own-
they were president and treasurer, which was a huge mistake. Don't do that ever again. And
Oh, the Cory Neighborhood.
of the core neighborhood, and then when they were leaving, when they stepped down, they stepped down and then left Cory, And they said, well, we're keeping the Facebook page. I'm assuming they were making money off it. That's
Are
it.
they in Cory anymore?
They're in Cory, and I meant the board.
Oh,
They
right.
left the board.
See.
So it was the weirdest thing. Kevin became president, and Jonathan wrote, well, if Kevin's president, I'm out. I quit. I'm like, right? You became president? He goes, no, I don't trust Kevin. And you gave him the money. So I know I wasn't president, and the reason they were leaving was because I wasn't president. I'm like, all right, I don't get that, but okay. Because you had been president before, it wasn't that big of a deal.
It wasn't, but
Yeah. And then same thing happened when we had Richard
Alan.
He was president. He stepped down, and the person who stepped up was Steve Bowman. Richard goes, if he's president, I'm out. I quit. And he wrote this nasty letter. Like, he's coming on. I was like, what? What are you talking about? And he goes, no, I'm out. So, all right, enough of that.
History lesson.
Okay.
Dumpster day?
Dumpster day.
Sorry, is there anything else we want to change about? So, for National Night Out, is there anything else we want to change for next year?
I have bigger advertisements next door, especially put the location on their Facebook, flyers and posters potentially.
Is there anything that we want to use some of our funding? So, for example, we spent the money on the food this time.
Right.
One of the suggestions from one of the group from Susan Ellenberg's office was, why don't you spend some of the money next time on buying things that you can use for later years?
Like a banner.
Like a banner, right?
Yeah.
Like you spend $300 on food and $100 on a banner or something, right? Like
Or even the other way around. We could have done it the other way around.
exactly. And so, like, are there things that we want to either buy now or queue up to buy when we get closer to it, or put into our request for
Oh yeah.
the grant?
Our grant money.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, we could put a queue into the grant money and be like, hey, we want to do a bigger national night out that's going to include a food truck.
I would bet we could hang a banner on Monroe on the fence at the school,
Easy.
Advertising.
Yeah.
We could do it like 4 or 5 days ahead of time.
You'd have to ask permission from the school, wouldn't you?
That's easy.
I don't think
That's easy.
I have a thought, but as I'm thinking about it more, I may shoot it down moments later. Maybe get a volunteer of some type of live music.
Karaoke.
You can find it.
So I'm embarrassed because it might be one of you guys in this group. Someone was saying that they're part of a band that they play at like old age homes and things.
Okay.
My neighbor across the street is always practicing his guitar.
I've heard them.
in the garage.
Yeah,
I don't know.
says I can bring it
Yeah,
up.
so
You can play.
So I was thinking something like that, but then I'm thinking, and that could be fun in a draw, but is that going to then drown out conversation? Would be my one worry though.
If you want to open that window, you can.
So I think at a minimum, the next opportunity.
No. It should be unlocked.
Careful of the antenna.
That's all right.
The next opportunity for us to do the grant, can we put a section in there for National Night Out?
I did this year.
Well, we didn't get it this year.
I know.
Right, but let's put a dedicated section in there for getting some, like, maybe we'll use some of that funding for.
Yeah. Well, now that I know the trick, I will definitely modify my application.
What about, does anyone have like a middle school dance group or something? Holy, you're really stretching me. Here's your draw. We were looking for more kids. If they're coming, they'll bring their friends to see it. I know when my kids were younger, they there are these companies you can do that do like dance or ballet and stuff, gymnastics.
All right, that's a whole year away. Let's just
Fine.
Kung fu demonstration.
all right.
Breaking bricks.
Let's jump to dumpster day. We're planning on it October 25th. So that way I'll be able to put it on the flyer and it'll go out to everyone. And I got me, Linda, Sinjin, not John, Linda's husband, Sarah, Ben White, he's unconfirmed, but you usually show up. Yeah.
Yeah, I said last meeting, put me and Zach on. We're both doing it.
And yeah, Ben, right? It's good Ben.
Yeah. I haven't confirmed with him yet
Do you still want donuts?
as well.
Why did anyone say no?
All right. So that should be pretty simple. Anyone have any questions about dumpster day?
What time to what time? It's like early morning, right?
Yeah, usually,
8 to noon.
yeah, 8 to noon.
And they fill
But-
up, and it fills up early.
By 11, they're full. Yeah. Actually, last year wasn't too bad. We could have,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you still want all the bikes?
Well, I don't know how I'd get them over there. I'll find, well, you have it.
Yeah, you throw it in my truck.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
put
so-
bikes at the dumpster.
We take
Wait.
the bikes from the dumpster. Sorry, Art takes the bikes from the dumpster day and
Oh.
brings them to.
Yeah, to,
Oh.
no, Good Karma.
Good karma.
Oh, and then they
Yeah.
redo them.
Yeah. Well, they gotta be in okay shape. If they're really beat up, they say, no, we're not taking that one.
Did they like
Yeah.
my bike when I put it?
I think so. There's only one that they said no to, and I threw it away the next year.
Okay.
But I brought them I had beat up a recumbent bike.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, "Oh, a rad rider! This bike's awesome." I mean, it needs a lot of work. So, all right. So October. So October, we're gonna try to have stuff for kids. Most likely burritos for food because that's the cheap way to go.
And
Halloween-
And it's always a good thing.
Yeah, if we're gonna do a kid thing, we should definitely have candy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll loop Lauren in. We'll
Yeah.
set something up for candies. Generally, we'll get back to you on that one.
No nuts. No nuts in the
Yeah.
candy.
Gummy bears, chocolate covered gummy bears.
Got one trick or treater last year. Had all kinds of candy and nobody came.
You didn't give me any candy. I can't believe you're that way.
Sure, you'll get all of them.
Put out make it teal friendly, list yourself on the website,
Yeah, I'll do
and
it.
then they'll target you.
I'll go.
I think you should also speak that keep every year
So
pitch the
people-
teal pumpkin.
Go to things that
I'll do
have
it.
that are
All right.
allergy safe. So if you put yourself on the list as being an allergy safe place, people will come to you because you're allergy safe.
You know what I know, but I just can't get the candy at Walgreens. How do you know if it's allergy safe?
So Walgreens will actually indicate there's a whole section called teal pumpkin in Walgreens. Same with CVS, and so they're basically usually allergy-friendly candies, but
Oh,
typically
okay.
it's actually non-candy things. So it's things like pencils or erasers or bubbles or
Stickers.
stickers. Like
The
that's
dollar
like-
store is great for stuff like that.
yeah. So like our family only gives out non-candy related things. So it's trick or not treats, but
Trick or
trick or toys. There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
Affordable treasure.
Yeah, I ended up throwing all this candy away last year because I said, I'm not gonna eat it.
Right.
Nobody, not one person.
No,
came
but you
the
brought
door.
it to the meeting.
Did I? Okay, yeah, but nobody came to the door. I felt, I don't know, like, what's wrong with this street here?
All right, so for speakers, obviously we'll have the councilman speak, supervisor speak. Core said that they would want to speak at that one. That's what,
Where is Agrohood?
yeah, Agrohood. Um,
So I heard things that they weren't there, that they were making changes that were like violating previous agreements. Are they gonna discuss that? Is that gonna be brought up with them or?
well, by the time we meet, it may be already done. It may be a done deal. So you're talking about they were having 136 units and now they're switching it to townhomes and yeah,
Right.
Changing their scope.
yeah. Who else should we bring? Should we bring Shiloh back? 'Cause she seemed like she wanted to keep going, but she ran
Yeah,
out
or
of time.
maybe she could talk more about the, the conservation that you could do for your yard.
Yeah,
Because she just barely touched on that.
yeah.
And
So
she
that-
seemed,
1, 2, 3, 4. She would be the end of one.
Looking at our last notes, two other things that could be discussed are October is earthquake, brace and bolt. If we wanted to have someone speak out bracing and bolting your home for earthquakes, but again, not a commercial sales pitch, just an informative thing. And then the holiday showcase communications for October.
Yeah, so that, all right, yeah, we can dedicate like 10 minutes on that holiday showcase. And with that, we'll put the Christmas tree.
and because somebody asked me yesterday about the holiday showcase, she wanted to volunteer. So
Yeah,
Ruth, yeah, maybe it was the same lady, but we want to be sure that maybe Ruth could have a sign up sheet or something.
Yeah, I tried to direct her to the web page and have her just email me off the web page. I don't know if she got it yet. I haven't got an email from her.
I don't.
Yeah,
And what about Christmas in the park? Last time you
Yeah.
organized it. We're gonna do that again, right?
you want to? You guys got to tell me because once you run out of steam,
Well.
oh wait, it's only $100.
It's already
Oh, okay.
happened. I mean, it was $100 last year. I don't know if it's gonna go up because they're hurting again for money, so.
$300.
Well, if it's 300, then we got 100. I'm okay with it. We'll see how much it costs, and then you'll start. It's probably too early, but maybe giving him a call, Midori. And,
Yeah,
okay.
on my list. I forget when
Does he ping you for the email?
he does.
Okay.
Yeah, but I usually email him like the week before he sends his
pings you.
email.
Oh.
And I always wonder if it's like, is it because I emailed you that this?
No, he would ping me as well,
Well, no, yeah,
back in the day.
back.
One more thing that I have from our previous notes is that with October and with it being darker sooner, we might want to discuss how to be safer on the streets, given that there's speeding involved. But I don't know if that's really our place.
Yeah, if we can somehow get,
DOT.
or well, I mean, like, what is a Vision Zero? Can we get Vision Zero to
task
show up?
force, They might be good to show up.
Vision Zero speaker.
What is that?
Vision Zero is this idea that we'll have like 0 pedestrian deaths due to cars.
Yeah.
So they've evaluated the most high risk intersections in San Jose. Maybe it's county. I don't know if it's city.
How's
And
our
then
neighborhood rate?
we're fine compared to some other ones that have
Yeah.
mortalities.
Oh, yeah,
way
like-
too long.
Comparatively, we're like, there's
Yeah.
a
They're
reason
not
they don't care about us.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
But
All right, I'll ask Michael Mulcahy who heads that up and find out.
I mean, that's also like, that might be a good opportunity for us to give out, if we're looking for trinkets, it's trick or trinkets. With
yeah.
Yeah, either reflective stuff or like little lights for, like, for.
Glow sticks or.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, glow sticks, that'd be
Those
good. Yeah.
round thing, glow necklace things.
We want to go crazy, we'd make a little haunted highway down, we have to walk through. All right, anything else for October general meeting? Nothing pressing? All right. Hey, we're up to open forum. Just so I know, I talked with, if you don't know, she was the one with the cane, named Aiden. And she's the aide for the mayor, but she manages our area.
Oh, that's
And she said she would get us XXL t-shirts. Yay! So I sent her the
logo.
The logo.
logo, everything, the front and the back. I said, I want 20 and 20. And I got a bunch of all the other ones. She goes, we can do more. I said, well, let's start with this and see what. So I don't know how long it'll take.
But we can use them as raffles at
Extra
meetings.
large. Small, medium, extra.
It's for people with this.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we can use those as raffle things that,
Well, I have to ask her what the conditions are on it, because I know like through the grant, you're not you can give them away, but you can't
like
sell them.
being raffle. I mean, the prizes at
At the end.
Oh,
at the end
You
of the
can spend
meeting.
some money, get a t-shirt gun, and
Yeah.
It's in that small room. Put out a light. All right. Anything else for open forum?
You have some.
Yes.
This.
Oh.
Oh
then,
yeah. So okay, I'm showing them this.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, community outreach. Okay. See
All
it?
right. So
Okay.
this, in case you don't know, it's right down the street there. It's the
Corner.
yeah, it's the old pizza place, but now it's a bar.
Yeah.
And they're tearing it down. They're putting up a 5-story retail on the bottom, residential on top.
So is that going to include like the Burger King place, the liquor store?
No, well, maybe.
It's not. I went
You know,
to
the
meet- I went
cupcake
to the-
place.
Oh, you went to the meeting?
Yeah.
Art, what was the address again, please?
22 Washington.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
It's in Santa Clara.
Thank
it's,
you.
and
Yeah, but it's San Jose. I
It's-
wonder I couldn't
No,
find it.
Santa Clara.
it's both. You want me to give a little something?
Yeah, go ahead. This is Bob.
Hi.
Anyway, I went to the meeting in Santa Clara City Hall cafeteria on Monday. And
Who was presenting? Was this the developer?
it was the
Was it
developer, no, it was the architect for the developer. So the architect is Ken Rodriguez and Associates. The developer is Capital, somebody, it's on the outside of that flyer, on the back, on the return address on the flip side. They're the same developer that's
Oh.
doing the project by Santa Clara University Safeway, you know, that little.
Oh, yeah.
And they've done a few others.
What is that?
That's housing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So the proposal is, I believe, 122 units of housing rental, 4 stories above, 2 stories apart. And it's a 1.2 acre lot. It's in the early phases of the entitlement process. It's going through City of Santa Clara, even though half of the property is in San Jose. The city limit line is really goofy there for those of you who are aware of it. It cuts the corner of the building diagonally, and then the parking lot is mostly in San Jose. But the utilities are all served from Santa Clara. The developer and the city of Santa Clara have met with San Jose, and there's a local, it's called LAFCO, the Local Agency Formation Committee, which is in the county, and they're the ones that deal with annexation. So they made a decision to process it through Santa Clara. There's a website on there that has a link to the city of Santa Clara's plan
Yeah, I see it.
development page, and there's a 50-page PDF document that shows the elevations and the site plans and all
Wait a
that.
minute.
The issues at the meeting that were most concerning were traffic ingress and egress out of that property, because it's going to be,
Okay.
Right on Washington.
well, right on the corner. I mean, it's going to take the whole
Yeah, but
footprint.
where's the access?
So there's
Is it
one
Newhall?
driveway onto Newhall and one driveway onto
Okay.
Washington. There's the parking is to what the current codes are, which is
Nothing.
like 1.2 spaces per unit, and there's a mix of studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3 bedroom units. I think this is just my opinion of it. I think the developer and the architect were pretty oblivious to what the existing traffic conditions are at that intersection as far as how the traffic's going to come in and out. I think they have made some real mistakes in the way they designed it, because they have decks and individual decks, and then a large kind of community deck up 20 feet, which is going to look over the properties on I guess that's Sunny, is that Redbird Terrace right there? Sunny Vista.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's
not
It's Sunny, it's Sunny Vista,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's Sunny Vista, so,
Redbush.
and they're building a couple new homes right there, so they, their argument was, well, there's trees there that'll
Screen.
shield and screen it,
Better
but,
than the other side, looking at all the gas stations.
well, if I don't live on that block of Sunny Vista. So the concerns were what's gonna happen with overflow parking, where are people gonna, and traffic in and out. There were some range of questions regarding the existing commercial uses and whether or not they would be given a priority to come back in to the property. Yeah, I think the developer's representative kind of just punted on that and said, well, it's gonna take 2 years to build the thing.
Yeah.
So if you're the donut shop, you're not gonna wait around and come back into either.
So that was my question. Is that property including like the liquor store
It
and the
does not
donut?
include, and that was a question that was raised, is did they look at trying to do both commercial
Mhm.
sites? Because where the Burger King was, the
There's the-
chiropractor office, the liquor store,
In the
Cross
place?
Cupcakes, and then there's the transport service, which
Yeah.
connects to that. That's owned by a different entity, and the presenter said that, yeah, they had some discussions, but that owner didn't seem interested in selling, but if that happens in the future, there was a few comments raised that it would give them a lot more opportunities as far as how to design that site if they included the entire.
Because, I don't know, it was last year, they blocked off. You can't.
Right, you can't cut through like we all
Can't
used
even cut through anymore.
can't cut
Yeah.
through from Otherdale into the donut shop. So it's gonna be, if you look at what's happened on Monroe, across from Franklin Mall, which is 3 stories of residential above a commercial. It's more intense and bigger than what that is. So that's what's we proposed. But as with the project next to the veterinary, the veterinary clinic, you know, the 17-story one, yeah, whatever. I mean, developers nowadays always propose something that's very intense to give them some negotiating room. That's my view. Yeah. So there's a long way to go. I think that for the Cory Neighborhood Association, you know, maybe asking that representative to come and talk about the project at a future meeting might be interesting to your members.
Oh, yeah, should we invite them?
You know,
I mean,
they
it's to affect us one way or the other.
Yeah.
You know,
and housing is where everything is going,
Yeah.
but it's there. You know, there were some comments, actually my comments about improving the bike lane across Washington at that location. I know Art probably has dealt with that. It's just not very comfortable getting, and if they're going to connect that development to Santa Clara University and the train station with the expectation that people are going to ride bikes or take e-bikes or scooters or whatever to go there, they need to think about how that is. Again, it's my anyway, that didn't expect to relate that, but I also think if you fold that thing back up, Art, that flyer, and you see what came in the mail, it looks like a friggin' thing from a real estate agent. It says nothing about community meeting. It says capital partners. It has your like assessor's information on there. And I think that the turnout was very low at this meeting, given how impactful this is going to be on the neighborhood. And so I think people just threw it away.
Well, good news is Lindy is aware of it, and her latest newsletter highlighted it.
All right.
So
Lindy is
Lindy Hayes,
the one who organized the
concerned core neighbors.
I think so.
It's
It's the one that kind of has
I guess I'm not a concerned Cory.
It's for the wind
architect,
for the 17-story building.
neighbor.
Oh, okay. So there's an email list for that or something like that.
would you like to get on it?
If it's like next door.
No, she sends a message
To the
like
board.
once a month.
And her mother was the.
because I thought it was San Jose and I was spending, you know, half an hour
Susan
trying to
Hammer?
find this.
Yeah.
Said Cedar.
Or Jennifer Hayes.
neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Get me on it.
Yes, sir.
So that's not what I came to.
That's what I say,
It's not what I
yeah.
can
Now's
do.
your chance to
Now's my
talk.
chance.
Mhm.
I'll introduce myself. I'm Bob Cass, 2211 Cherrystone. My family's lived there we've lived there since 1986. So we're, you know, now starting to feel like long-term members of the neighborhood. We raised all our kids there. They're all gone. Looking forward to it here. Anyway, I don't know the profile of the board, but people who have lived in this neighborhood for a long time remember when there were trees virtually on every block. I mean, they're mostly liquid amber trees, you know, sticker ball trees, but
Yeah.
the canopy was beautiful. Fall was incredible. The colors were great. The sticker balls were a pain in the ass. Back in the 80s, the city maintained the trees. They even did leaf pickup. They did your sidewalks, but sometime in the early 80s, the city said, bye. Take care of it. Since that time, there's just been a decline in the urban forests and the canopy. And so what I've talked to St. John about, and I just wanted to ask and see if the board was interested in, and I'd be willing to kind of chair a committee or help, is if there's a group of either board members or broader Cory neighborhood folks, members of the association or just neighborhood folks, that would be interested in looking at an initiative to reforest Cory. It's one of the great things about this neighborhood from my standpoint. I know some people don't like trees and their park strips. There are people that just don't want to deal with them because they are, as they get large, they get expensive to maintain or they
Damage the sidewalk and you're responsible.
you're
for it.
responsible for the sidewalk. If they're done properly, if it's the right tree, it might not happen. At any rate, there are several things that I see that are like low-hanging fruit tree.
Mhm.
If we look in the neighborhood and we see a lot of the new scraped down big developments, well, I don't quite understand why the city hasn't required and doesn't work to make sure they.
Yeah, because it is the law.
Well, it's unclear, and this is where I would like a committee and maybe, so one of the tasks would be meet with the city of San Jose's Department of Transportation street tree approval and understand what the requirements are regarding building permits. So for example, we get a building permit for a house to remodel our kitchen. We've got to have our water heater strapped. We've got to put smoke alarms in. There's various other conditions to upgrade. Well, you're not meeting the street tree requirement. Why don't you have to put a street tree? When you sell a home in San Jose, you have to file a disclosure or maybe you record it, I don't know, that says whether or not you comply with the city street trees requirements. I don't have any idea what the enforcement or if there is any enforcement there. I know if you go around, I mean, on Cherrystone, just on our street, the giant five bedroom, 5-bath house on Cherrystone, sold for $2.9 million, no street trees. Nobody's enforcing that. And there's many of those houses and examples throughout the neighborhood. So anyway, that's my soapbox, whatever it is. So what I was going to say is do you think I don't want it to be a divisive issue, in approaching the city of San Jose and maybe also talking to our city forest and who I worked with 20 years ago when Werner was doing.
Yeah, Werner, exactly.
We were working with residents that didn't have trees to get free trees. I know Rhonda Berry. I mean, so we could approach her again and see what programs might be available to reforest. But I think it's getting people to do proper tree maintenance instead of butchering trees, getting people to requiring the new developments or major remodels to replant where there are no trees. Sales of homes that don't have trees, why is that not happening? And then also, I'd love to have people help with like a tree survey. I'd be glad to help coordinate that and identify how many properties there are that just have concrete in their park strips, no trees. How many have trees that are not really canopy trees? I mean, people will put like a little tiny, almost like a bush in their park strip. That doesn't do anything to reforest but I understand that it's also could be a divisive thing. Some people might say, "Oh no, I don't want the city mandating, that we have to have a tree."
Well, I know for Kathy, she has gas lines under her sidewalk, so she can't put in trees. They don't want to tear up the ground. So Kathy, right here. Yeah, so she can't.
The lawn. Well, and there are instances, and I think when you go and you look around, some people have really beautiful mature trees on their property, and that's also something that it doesn't really make sense to put a canopy tree that's growing 10 feet. So anyway, there's issues with how forested people's existing properties are as well.
All right, Lana, you have a question?
Yeah, my question is that it's also a matter of education too, in terms of, well, what kind of tree would better suit the owner? For example, our city forest, they have a list of all the trees based on the height, but then there's other factors like, okay, the leaves, that could be a pain when they fall. I mean, just low maintenance type of trees might get people to plant them. Perhaps when they're not certain, they rather not than to have a tree that's going to be a mess and grow really
That's one
tall.
of the issues. I mean, people have very mixed feelings about trees and what they have in there. But actually, what I'm only asking for at this point is there interest to establish a committee to look into this tree issues such as what are the species of trees that the city is now using? I mean, when the first wave of liquid ambers were removed, it was all Chinese pistachios that were put in. Those are the more globe ones. There's some beautiful Chinese pistachios around that were planted in the early 90s that have now grown up in vibrant colors in the fall. But now they're doing like a trident maple, and there's been another kind of maple, and they have Chinese flame. I mean, they have different ones. I don't even know what, but it would be nice to have like a little, this is the Cory reforestation thing. But again, I don't want to have it just come from one person. I thought that if there was an interest and a committee of people I'd be glad to
All
start
right.
facilitating that and do that. And
Go ahead, Rita.
Yeah, I am interested in working with this, whether it's within our board, Cory Neighborhood Association, or just with you. Is it Bob? Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you, Bob. I have experience with the city arborist with my Chinese pistache and the next door neighbors, I don't know, humongous tree. And just so I do have some experience with working over the decades with the city arborist with this. So I am interested in what you're having to say.
Thank you. I mean, I forget the secretary's name.
I'm Julie.
Julie.
Yeah.
So if you can,
Yeah.
I'll give you my email, or Sinjin has my contact information.
So- so
Yeah,
I like the idea. I think, however, voluntary is very important. I think that if people feel like it's being forced on them, there could be pushback. So 25 years ago, we lived in the Cambria area, and we worked with our city forests, and my wife actually organized our streets to get street trees. And back then, they probably have more funding issues now, so it might not be as easy. But basically, we organized it, and we got the entire street trees were free. They asked for donations if you could, but they set it up for, she basically knocked on doors, and those people that were interested signed up, those people that weren't. And so I think like 90% of the people accepted the tree, and you plant it, they send out staff and you plant it with them. And actually a lot of the people were elderly, so we would help out. So if you could agree to it, but not actually do the labor, we like organize together and have like a tree planting event.
yeah, and that was done here in
Yeah,
Cory also
okay.
with our city forest, but.
And there they actually, we put the barriers in place, and it's been 25 years and the sidewalk's fine because, you put the proper barriers in place. And our city forest gives you that list of, they do the survey, they take care of figuring out which trees would be appropriate for you. So
Yeah, and I just don't know where they're at right now because
Because of funding.
they have a lot of very poor volunteers and that program's being cut, so, or not volunteers or staff, and so. But, again, I don't know what the role of the formal role of the neighborhood association would be. Whether it becomes an initiative of the Cory Neighborhood Association, whether you're just the sort of conduit, you have some informational stuff for property owners and residents. But I think, like, personally, I think the city should force people who put a $3 million house in to put street trees in. I don't understand why they're not doing
All
that.
right.
That's not voluntary, but
right. And I think businesses also, as you're saying,
Yeah.
some of the
But-
or the
so-
big builders that have done this,
so,
that have skirted the issue.
yeah, so, if I go to the city and tell them to do it, it's just one person, I'm just a squeaky wheel guy. But if there's a neighborhood effort to reforest, and it's, we look at the history of this Cory neighborhood and what the beauty of it was when it was fully canopied. And now you drive around and you go through, half a block and there's like no
Okay.
trees. So anyway.
Rita.
So what if just a group of neighbors, not necessarily the Cory Neighborhood Association board, just did like an exploratory thing? I'd be willing to help with you, Bob. There's other issues along with the street trees. There's we had to have the city come in and redo their sewer line because of our street tree. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but certainly in the my local neighborhood, they've gone through and marked on the street the different pothole things. They're going to be doing a big repaving of the streets next year, and all that marking has been done now. When we rebuilt our house, we had to put in a new sidewalk, curb, and gutter. And then the houses on either side of us were tagged. I mean, we needed to because of the damage that our street tree had done, but also the neighbor's street trees had done damage too, and they got tagged. So there's a large amount of things that go into just the street tree. It's not just, and Bob's talking about this, not just the tree itself, planting the urban forest, but you know, you got curb and gutter and the street and the sewer lines and you know, Kathy's dealing with other utility lines going through her property. So what about just like a couple or three neighbors, people doing like an exploratory
Yeah, that sounds fine.
thing, and then bringing back a report, you know, give us a timeline to do this and come back with a report.
That sounds good. St.
And in that case, can we put forth a motion to create a exploratory effort to come back in a month or two?
Yeah, next meeting,
Sure.
When's your next meeting?
second Wednesday of September.
I'm gonna need a little more time than that. I think that if, you know, if we could just maybe 2 months, I mean, certainly we're looking at the holidays coming up too.
Let's, is there a possibility to have something in 2 months?
Like October's meeting?
Yeah, I mean, like, come back with some, like, and
Even if it's just a check-in.
yeah, I mean, you seem interested, and I'm not volunteering you, but I mean, like, there is enough interest in the people in this group to, like, you can do like 3 or 4 people right here that would be like, sure, we'll go chase down certain things.
Yeah, so we'll hook you up with Bob's contact information. You two started out, and you can pitch to the board via email if anyone on the board wants to join you, and then just go from there. And then just give us an update in a month or two.
Okay, I mean,
That sounds good.
yeah, that's great. Rita, where do you live?
On Beechwood, which is just
Near the mall.
behind Valley Fair.
Yeah, is that the road that's the street I take to Baskin Robbins? Is Beechwood?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got that,
2.4 minutes from my front door to Baskin Robbins.
it's got the beautiful magnolia tree right on the corner of Monroe.
Yeah.
Beechwood.
Looking forward to working with you, Bob.
Okay,
All right.
send in you have Rita's contact information?
Yeah, we'll get it.
And you guys have the Chinese elms in your part of it.
So I'm on Homewood and we have Chinese elms.
Yeah, and you see those are just starting to get.
They're huge.
Okay, anything,
All right.
anything else for open forum? Go ahead.
I do want to share that our neighbors on Newhall, Santa Clara is changing the speed limit for the school zone there to 15 miles an hour when children are present.
Where's
So
the school zone?
Which school?
I don't know which one. It's on, like, there is a sign underneath the school zones. I have to remember where it is, but it's on Newhall. There's a sign. So Santa Clara is rolling out a new.
On Newhall?
Yeah.
You sure it's not Washington?
Hang on.
Oh,
Washington has the flashing things.
So no.
the Washington Open?
So they have this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pass my phone around. So the support is the city of Santa Clara's goal of creating safer streets for children around schools. The school zone speed limit on certain streets is proposed to lower from 25 to 15 per hour when children are present. There is a Santa Clara CA.gov/15 mph, and so this is on one of the signs down the road.
Yeah, but is it on Newhall?
I think it's Washington. I think it's
All right.
The Washington Open?
Or
It says,
is
oh, sorry,
Washington
across
open?
Newhall in Santa Clara. It says.
Because what,
across Newhall. So it's as you're going north on Washington, there's those signs right now where there's also on Saratoga, I think. Yeah, by the park, there's also those signs as well. So that's.
So this was sent over to Mulcahy, like that this is happening in Santa Clara, and so
All right.
we can just make some.
because there's a school on Saratoga, Westwood. And then there's Washington Open on Washington.
Okay.
Is the proposal to share this? So it's
No,
not-
it is already. This is more of information for all of you.
Just info, okay.
Yep.
All right. Anything else for open forum?
Just wanted to clarify that second to last bullet was we had a motion to have a little exploratory effort come back monthly, maybe in 2 months with some information to the board.
Oh, that's right.
I'll second it.
Seconded?
All in favor?
I
Aye. Any opposed? All right, so moved. All right, and with that, I'm closing. I got 8:06.
All right. Good night, everyone. Have a good
Night.
weekend.
As we're
Bye.
going to the meeting, you must take home at least one handful of food, right?